gentlemen, I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
Except for this is good news. This is fun, funny news. So UFC Hall of Famer Daniel Cormier puts Dan Hellie through a table with WWE's Julius Creed. And this is during the UFC 314 weigh-in show.
DC, get the tables! Ah! Get the tables!
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah. Dan, no. I cannot wait. No, don't run. Don't run. Oh, Jake. Oh, Jake. Hey.
Damn, that was actually pretty good. DC knows what's up. He reffed that match that one time.
That's what I'm talking about, boy. You play with the big dogs, you get squashed. Big dog got eat. Big dog got eat.
Who's that, Laura Sanko hitting the tables? No, it wasn't Laura Sanko, but it was someone. I didn't see who that was. Cody Deaner says, "Dear young wrestlers, there's a big difference between being over on the internet and making the live paying audience cheer loudly. I suggest focusing on the second thing. It's actually real and represents who is actually paying to see you. Sincerely, Cody Deaner." So I believe he's still signed with TNA, which is awesome. And yeah, I don't know. He definitely won me over. I'm not like the biggest fan, you know, I've said it before. But I get it. He's a guy you keep on. It's like I'm not the biggest Ridge Holland fan, but I get why he's there. You know, he serves a purpose. So, and Deaner could be with Maple Leaf Pro at this point. I really haven't been keeping up with TNA the last like few weeks. I got to be honest. I watched that pay-per-view, and I think that was the last thing I watched. Yeah, so I think that was like, what, 3 weeks ago? So, yeah, or maybe even longer than that. I don't know. But it's the 2-year anniversary, baby. I ain't paying attention to shit. No. But yeah, I don't know. Just a hot take from him. And then here's Joe Hendry. He's Joe Hendry. Yes, he's the real Hendry. All the other Joe Hendrys are just Hendry. So won't the real Joe Hendry please appear? Please appear. Because he's here with a bunch of clones, a bunch of stands.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry. If you live in London and Paris and Tokyo, America's London and Canada and Mexico, say I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry. Say.
That's cute. Awesome stuff there. And so we go to our last bit of light news here, the miscellaneous section. So GCW mourns the loss of Sandra Culbertson, the longtime partner and wife of Nick Gage. Sandra was a passionate and fierce member of the MDK gang and was not a real gang, right? And was a loud and proud face in the crowd from day one of GCW, CZW. She was part of the GCW family, and she will be remembered and missed. So Nick Gage's, if you guys are unfamiliar with Nick Gage, he's like he's the deathmatch wrestler that got the Dark Side of the Ring episode based on him. He wrestled David Arquette and like stabbed him in the neck. He's the guy who pizza cutter Jericho during the Domino's commercial. And his wife sadly passed away, and I guess she was really, you know, like beloved in the community and stuff like that. So yeah. God bless her. We have a throwback here. Now, this is when Ox Baker caused a riot in Cleveland in 1974. This is a throwaway way back, but I love doing these. I love these, you know, just when these resurface, because basically this has gone more viral now again than it even did. There's a lot of people who like don't even really know about this, you know? And Ox Baker, I believe, he did the heart punch, and didn't he kill a man? Mama just killed a man. Or didn't he like heart punch a guy and then the dude had a heart attack for shoot and then he like claimed it? Yeah, I killed him or whatever. You know, because that's how the business was. But you can hear people shrieking as he's heart punching this dude. Damn. And now people are throwing shit. Yeah, people are throwing chairs. People are hitting the ring. People are hitting the ring, dude, throwing shit. Oh my goodness. And they think he's dead, you know? I think I'm right about Ox Baker, right? He was the guy who claimed that body, right? This might have even been it. Like, who knows? This is insane. Look at all the people. Oh my God, dude. And you got to be ready to fight them all. Holy shit. How do you get out of there? Quick, baby faces hit the ring. You got to send, what do? You got to send the baby faces out there to hit the ring. Imagine if there was heat like this anymore. I'm not saying it's a good thing, but like, God damn, is it not a good thing though? Like, they were drawn so much. And then they just run away. Yeah, that's what you do. You just run it. Damn, that is crazy, man. The first death attributed to Baker was in 1970. The opponent, Alberto Lopez, apparently had a ruptured pancreas and didn't tell the promoter. Yeah. So he like claimed the body, dude. Like, ugh. Crazy. And think about that heat. He's just heart punching that dude. And then like what? They just have to run away. And you heard that crack too. Like someone got Ox Baker with like a chair or something in the back of the head as he's running away. Shit is crazy, man. Moving along here. Karl Anderson. So no longer with WWE. He's a little bit bitter about The Rock. And the irony here might be sweet. And your boy Phil was onto something too with all this New Japan stuff. I'm going to break it down, right? But Karl Anderson said on Talking Shop, he's like, when I saw people running up to The Rock backstage at Gorilla and asking for pictures, I was like, I got to get out. This ain't for me. So now he's like taking shots at WWE a little bit or The Rock, people marking out to see The Rock. I don't know. I always thought the Good Brothers were cool because they just didn't like, yeah, they keep, I don't know. It's not even about keeping it real. They just did their jobs. Didn't really take shots at anybody, not AEW, not WWE. They just went to work, you know, wherever they, you know, they got their bag. They went to work. They show up in shape, you know, they do the damn thing. They'll put people over. They look good every time you see them, at least in my opinion. Some people don't like these guys. I don't know. I've always loved them. Even in their AEW run, they didn't really, they just played like the background of the background, you know? So they didn't really do too much. They just sort of dipped out and yeah, their time with TNA was fine. I don't know. I like Karl Anderson and Gallows, and I'm not saying they're not cool, but like, damn, it's crazy. He's like mad about The Rock now. It's like, nah, dude, come on. Good brothers just brother down, brother. You know, it doesn't matter. Rock is like it's barely like one of the boys coming back for most of these people that are like in NXT, because that's where Karl Anderson and Luke Gallows were. And The Rock went to NXT, so I'm assuming it was there. It's like, most of the people there, The Rock is just a movie star. Like they saw him, he wrestled like 3 times in their lifetime, you know? So you Good Brothers are from, you know, a time before where you probably watched The Rock wrestle every single week. So maybe they just look at it differently. I don't know, but The Rock's like a Netflix star, Netflix movie star. I mean, pardon me, Netflix partner, movie star, and he like sits on the board and shit. It's just more. It's like if you met Nick Khan or like Triple H or something, and you're 15. You know, you might not even know Triple H as much as a wrestler. Is like, oh, he's the boss of WWE type thing. I don't know. Maybe it's like that. Maybe he just sensed that marks were marking out brothers, but either way, shout them out. More on the Good Brothers later. Mickey Rourke reveals he didn't like The Wrestler. He says, I wasn't that big a fan of it, The Wrestler. We also had a bunch of low budget or such a low budget. Pardon me, I'm dyslexic as shit, and I'm watching UFC. Megan O'Livy's introducing the next fight, and I'm just balancing both here. So I was working on 15 to 16-hour days with 6 hours sleep, with all the physicality, and I put on like 40 or 50 pounds, so my body was uncomfortable at that weight. The last day of working on The Wrestler, I was sitting in my living room in New York, and I was on the couch shaking and crying in hyper. It was a shoot, brother. Mickey Rourke's like, yeah, it was a shoot. Hyperventilating and exhausted, and they're going, hey, where are you? We're at the rap party. And I had called my priest, my doctor, my psychiatrist, because I felt like I was dying. I feel like dying. I feel like dying. Celebrity Big Brother. Didn't Mickey Rourke get canceled for being on that show? Didn't he say a bunch of crazy shit while he's been on that show too? I don't know, man. So here is Brian Knobbs, and here's a health update. And he's making good physical progress, but he and Tony are facing significant financial strain. And then Joey Janela actually like took a shot at Knobbs and was like, yo, nobody wants to help this guy's GoFundMe. It shows how much of an asshole he is, or something like that, which is wild. I don't know. I didn't even know anything was going on with Brian Knobbs personally, but let's hear this.
Hey, everybody. I just wanted to give you another update. They actually took the wound back off for 1 week to see how it's going to be. It's already been draining, so I have wound care coming over. I have wound care, actually I have rehab coming over here to the hotel. The hotel general manager has nothing but good to me, fantastic. And even David, the realtor, is trying to find us a place, but there's no place like having your own place, and everybody knows that. But I know times are tough, and I just want to thank everybody for the thoughts, the prayers, the donations. I mean,
this made Joey go, wow, this guy must be an asshole. Maybe he was being sarcastic and I didn't pick up on it. Possibly. However, I don't know, man. Knobbs seems pretty nice here at Even Keeled.
I can't thank you enough. I really, really know, because everybody is going through a tough time, all over the world. So, I mean, really, I can't tell you enough how much I really appreciate it. But that's the new update. I'm hanging in there. That rehab came over today. Just worried about the foot. Once the foot gets going, and my wife's health, I'm worried about that too. So, hey, stay positive. Like I always say, stay nasty and positive. What can I say?
Yeah, so help out Brian Knobbs. What's wrong with his foot? I didn't even realize. Does he have like a Just Incredible thing or something? And yeah, I hope he does well there. Breaking news: pro wrestling legend Gail Kim is coming to the Crockett Cup. We are honored to announce that Gail Kim, multi-time champion, trailblazer, and Hall of Fame icon, will be live and in person for an exclusive autograph signing at the 2300 Arena. So, dude, we could get Gail Kim versus Natty Neidhart in 2025 for a Crockett Cup.
Sometimes in life, you got to be a hoe.
That's honestly awesome, though, right? Like, for real, that is actually incredible. And hopefully we get that matchup. Obviously, you want to try and make someone with this. So maybe Gail Kim and Natty meet in the finals or semifinals on one side of the bracket, or whoever meets Natty and beats her in the finals beats Gail Kim in the semifinals type shit, You either smash someone over or you just go, we're going to have Gail Kim versus Natty Neidhart because I'm Billy Corgan. I made Smashing Pumpkins, so I'll do whatever I want because I'm a god now. So Butterbean, who was recently last seen being whipped into shape by Diamond Dallas Page, right? Got Butterbean walking and moving to the point where he lost enough weight. He got his hip replacement and he's like running again and all this shit. But the goes, I want to fight Brock Lesnar. He goes, I really want to fight Brock Lesnar. I would knock him out. Bro.
You what?
I love me some Butterbean. Brock would just shoot a double leg, bro. You'd be maybe in a boxing match, but even then, I just don't know. Like Butterbean can't even fully stand up straight anymore. Like, this is not a recent picture of him. And I love Butterbean. Trust me. But goddamn. Here's a throwback to when, on the PGA Tour, to when Goldberg threw this guy into a lake. or something, and he almost smashed into rocks and missed those rocks by like 2 inches. And then the commentary guy for this will be a wrestling plant that we've obviously planted here. You know that shit's phony, right? That's hilarious. So Hollyhood Haley J got buried by Jim Cornette here a little bit. So Hollyhood Haley J, of course, OVW superstar, pro wrestler. She wrestles all over. She's actually training with Reality of Wrestling as well. Doing a lot of stuff alongside Booker T and some of the NXT people that float back and forth, and she like no-showed her NXT tryout when she had one, and she was on the Netflix television series Wrestlers, if you're familiar with her. So Jim Cornette, she tweets out to him, "You can't fire the person who makes people tune in every week, OVW. I'm still a star, and it's Hollyhood Haley J." Oh, was I saying Hollywood Haley J? Hollyhood Haley J. Get it right, get it tight, John. Either way, keep watching and talking. That's all you can do. P.S. Your wife is a douchebag. Oh, come on now, Haley J. That's not very fair. That's not very fair now to take shots at Mrs. C like that. So what the man? And then she gets mad at Jim Cornette here. And I'm sorry, like she's recording it off her TV, like off her phone, off her TV. You know what I'm saying? So we got some Inception clipping here. So if it's a little quiet, I apologize. I already have it pre-cranked. Pause. As high as it'll go on my end, I assure you. And so just listen tight, and here's Jim Cornette, if you guys haven't heard it, on episode 386 of the drive-thru, I guess burying the current OVW product. Did somebody ask him, is OVW currently for sale? Chat, let me know, because I don't know. And did somebody ask Jim to review some current OVW? Because I've been thinking about that for a long time. That should be a segment Jim should do. He should review current OVW and then give notes on what he would do differently. But he would go insane, I feel like. And so if he did see some of it and he sees the Hollyhood Haley J stuff and some of the stuff they're doing, I totally get it. But Hollyhood is popular, like at least for there. I don't know if they got the machine behind her in NXT. Like, let's say she did the tryout and made it, they would clean her act up a lot in WWE. You know that for sure. That being said, I don't know. She gets heat, bro. And that's the point of it. Right. So, and Jim's got heat, like he's bitching about her. So there you go. That does that not kind of prove it? It's not like she's phony or anything, unless he points out a way here. I didn't listen to this. I just listened to the first like 4 seconds and I was like, oh, it's so quiet.
So the talent, that Hollywood Haley J, who was supposed to be a star at one point, came off like I would have, if I'd have just gone down there and wrote him a check and bought the thing, then the first thing I'd done is fire that douchebag.
Oh my God, for real. Damn. So here's the thing. Hollyhood is like the cash me outside girl. She's supposed to come across like so unappealing, like not unappealing, I guess. It's just that like trailer trash kind. I'm not trying to like disparage, I lived in a trailer park growing up. It's like, I'm not trying to trash anything, I'm just saying. Like, that's how it's supposed to sort of come across, that cash me outside type shit. I forget that girl's name. But yeah, so I don't know if Jim like gets that, but damn, he's ready to fire her. I wonder if there's like a behind the scenes heat that we don't know about, and that's why he just buried her like that.
She's just, Jesus Christ. And they're petty issues, and it just, so the talent had gone to hell, the look of the thing, and Matt Jones, who was the guy operating it. So, we're losing $30,000 a month.
Oh, is this him just reviewing the documentary or whatever? I don't know. I must have missed this or pooped this out of my brain. So Michael Oku has 4 matches for 4 different promotions in one day this upcoming Thursday. So absolutely amazing. I tweeted out a joke. I quote tweeted this and I was like, yo, the fourth guy better beat him in like 3 minutes or whatever. Because we all know this isn't like the territory days where it's like, okay, you hit the town 30 minutes away and do that build. You know what I mean? And I know people do double shots and shit like that on the indies. This is a quadruple shot on a Thursday. Michael Oku, man, earning his keep. And I haven't seen too much of him, But from what I've seen, I mean, but that's the thing MJF pointed out, right? You watch clips of like El Hijo del Vikingo, and then you're like, oh, he's amazing, but it's just clips of him. So Oku looks great, but I don't know. I'd have to see him really go. Maybe I'll tune into all 4 matches or something and check him out. But he's taking on Evil, which is awesome, former IWGP heavyweight champion. Here, I'll plug all these shits. What is this one here? Defy, Living Proof. Shout out Defy. That I think Cody Rhodes shouted Defy out on SmackDown last night. WrestleCon Super Show. He's taking on TMDK, and he's in a 6-man with Flip Gordon, or as Awful would call him, a literal who, and Michael Oku and Hechicero. So that'll be Dave Meltzer's favorite. At Prestige Nothing to Lose, Michael Oku versus LP El Fantasmo in this. That's a banger right there. LP's that guy. So I'm interested in that one right there. And okay, Progress, Las Vegas, Men's World Championship. Luke Jacobs versus Michael Oku. There you go. Yeah, so amazing. And then the next day he has another match, I guess, one of these things. So he's getting his bag while he can because of that co-opted WrestleMania weekend that the sickos will tell you somehow WWE co-opted WrestleMania weekend. But yeah, I guess it's really co-opted. Michael Oku will tell you all about it being co-opted, I'm sure, after this weekend, after he cashes his $500,000. No, I'm joking, but for real, he's gonna clear like over 6 figures. Just he's got a name right now, and you go there, he can charge a little bit extra that weekend, and yeah, man, that's awesome for him. Undertaker on the Ultimate Warrior telling a kid to leave him alone when asked for an autograph. So that clip resurfaced recently again, and then Undertaker spoke about it, and this is awesome because that clip is so old, I've never brought it to the show because it's like everybody's seen that, We could watch Shockmaster, but everyone's seen that. Not that it wouldn't be funny to do like a throwback show where we go back over all the old shit or something. But that could be like a themed thing. But it's just cool to hear Undertaker's insight because I always wondered, like, what were people saying, besides just on the goddamn documentary that we know is like a hit job on Warrior. Not saying he was the best dude or said the most sane shit at times. However, let's listen to Undertaker and what happened, what he said happened, or what he told Ultimate Warrior.
I'll never forget this little kid coming up to him. And so he's like, Mr. Warrior, can I have your autograph? And he just goes completely and he was like, leave me the fuck alone.
Oh, nice. He's with Mike Tyson.
I'm like, holy, this little kid's like, he's terrified, right? Then the mom comes and gets the kid and walks off. I'm like, I go over and I'm like, Jim, you can't do that. You can't. Go fuck that little bastard. I'm like,
Even though I have my name written all over me.
You're a walking advertisement to say, come fuck with me. Yeah. Come mess with me. To his credit, no, he chilled out, later on. But I mean, he was a little high strung back then.
Why? I think I don't want to assume shit, but why was he so pissy with everyone? Like, if you guys had to guess in chat and tell me. I think it's because like high pressure anxiety of going out in front of a bunch of people, steroids, and everybody was doing cocaine back then. Everybody was doing cocaine back then, dude. So, that, ladies and gentlemen, was miscellaneous news right there. Let's play a banjo with Kev Castle in our thoughts here. And a round of applause. Just announced for Bloodsport 13, Combat Icons will be guests of honor. Tank Abbott, Don Fry, Dan the Beast Severn, Butterbean, and the Smashing Machine, Mark. Let's go, man. And people are trashing this event.